Today we're going to go over mental health resources for Timber Mesa Fire and Medical Department. The first resource is Firestrong. Firestrong is a mental health website for firefighters and their family members. To access this resource, go to www.firestrong.org, and it's going to take you to this page right here. An important resource to note on this page is our 24/7 firefighter and family crisis line. This is a 24/7 crisis line dedicated specifically to Firestrong. So if you or a family member are in crisis, you can call this line and you can let them know that either you're a fire service member or what department you're with, and they're able to give you resources more specific to you and your department. To access your department's Firestrong page, you're going to go to Select Department and type in your department name. So on here, the first resources we're going to go over are these educational tiles. These are tiles that provide you with education on different topics, and they're all specific to the fire service. So for instance, if you want to learn about counseling, you click the counseling button, and you can learn about what is counseling, what do you do in counseling, how do I find a counselor, and so on. Another resource is our testimonials. So all of these testimonials are done by either fire service members and or their family members. This is a really good resource if you yourself are going through something, or you know a member is going through something, and maybe you just want to listen to somebody's story to see if you can relate to them or see how they overcame those. All of these are password protected, so you'll have to put in a general username and password that's assigned to your department, so that way you can access these. The next resource is if you click this All Assessments button. These are mental health self-assessments. So if you want to take an assessment, say on alcohol dependence, you click that, you fill this out, and then you click Submit. And then from there, it's going to give you an outcome. So it might say there's severe alcohol dependence, so reach out to a mental health professional, or it's going to say there's very minimal, just continue to monitor your use. There's no more than 20 questions in all of these assessments. And just so you know, everything on Firestrong is completely confidential. So all of these assessments, we don't know who filled those out. Anything that you access, we're not able to see who's accessing what page. We don't track any of that. The only way we're able to see who has been on Firestrong is if you were to send us an email and disclose your name. Okay, so we're going to go back. The next resource is peer support team members and chaplains. So if we want to connect with a peer support team member, you just go here, you type in your department, push search. So you guys don't have any current peer support team members, and it's going to actually bring you to this page right here. So you're going to go to this top right corner and click View All Peers. And this is going to bring you to all of the peer support team members nationally that are listed on Firestrong. And so from here, you can kind of filter through who you'd like to connect with. You can type a department, you can type a name, whatever you'd like to in the search bar, or you can click the Show Filters button, and you can filter through who you'd like to connect with. So for instance, if I want to connect with somebody who's Christian and who is married, I do that, I click Apply Filters, and now this is going to bring me to all married Christian peer support team members. And so from there, you can click the View Details button and you can learn about the peer support team member that you're looking up. You also can email them or call them. You do have to put in that general username and password that I referred to earlier regarding the testimonials, which I'll give you in just a little bit. And that's just to protect the privacy of our peers. So it is the same process to connect with chaplains as well as you do with peer support team members. Okay, so if we go back to your department's page, the last resource on here is department resources. So this is going to be resources specific to your department. So the first one is step-by-step instructions on how to contact peer support team members through Firestrong. We talked about that general username and password for your entire department. That's listed right here. So it's Timber Mesa is the username and Wellness is the password. The next resource is the Employee Assistance Program, which is Public Safety Crisis Solutions. So through Public Safety Crisis Solutions, you and any family members who are living in your home get 12 free counseling sessions per year. To access that, you would fill out the intake form right here, which I'm going to go over in just one moment. And then the next resource is the Officer Craig Tiger Act. So the Officer Craig Tiger Act is a law that was passed that says all sworn in firefighters and police officers in the state of Arizona get 36 counseling sessions with a therapist of their choice if they've experienced one of these 6 traumatic events while on duty. So to qualify for that, you would click this button right here, and it's going to bring you to this web page. You're just going to scroll on down and click here, intake for traumatic event services. This intake form is actually the same intake form for EAP services, so for those 12 counseling sessions, or the Officer Craig Tiger Act. So right here, you'd fill out the employee's name, and then, is this service request due to a traumatic event that occurred while on duty? So if you're wanting to use the Officer Craig Tiger Act, you're going to click yes. And then from there, you're going to put the date of the incident, if you have a workers' comp claim, and then what category it falls under. And then you're going to put a description of the event. If you have a run number, that's really helpful. The date of the incident, a nature code, or a brief description of the call. And then you are going to consent for us to be able to utilize the Officer Craig Tiger Act. So if you want to use the Officer Craig Tiger Act. If you do not, and you're just wanting to use EAP services for you or a family member, you would click no here. And then you would just fill out demographic information and then submit form. Okay, go on back. The next resource is Mindability. So Mindability is an online self-help platform. And so with it, there is a resiliency building program. There's an insomnia and sleep program as well. And so you just click here to access it, and then it's going to ask you to enter a promo code. And right here is your promo code. It's PSCSEAP. We went over the 24/7 firefighter support line, which is right here. The next resource is for inpatient options for detox and or suicidal thoughts. So this is going to be a resource if somebody is needing to go inpatient. So that's a length of stay of typically 3 to 7 days. Those would be right here. And then the next one is intensive outpatient programs. So these are programs that is intensive group therapy 3 to 4 times a week for about 8 weeks. And then the last one is the residential treatment program. So these are 30+ day programs, and there's a variety of different ones for all of these. So if you would like to contact Public Safety Crisis Solutions, we can kind of help walk you through this process, get you connected with them. Next is the IFF recovery meetings. So these are online recovery meetings, and they take place 2 times a week via Zoom. And then the Meadows, they just came out with a first responder peer support group. And so they have meetings as well that are held virtually twice a week. And then the last resource on here is the Compassion Alliance. So the Compassion Alliance is a nonprofit organization that offers 5 free counseling sessions to first responders' spouses, as well as retirees. So these can be used for individual therapy or couples counseling. So to do that, you can either reach out to Emily Priest via email right here, or you can fill out this Contact Us form right here. If you have any questions about how to get connected with any resources, or if you're needing assistance with that or questions about Firestrong, please reach out to us and we would be more than happy to assist you. Thank you.